Hello, everyone. I'm Arham Azim, and I'm the Marketing and Development Intern from the Center for Spiritual Life. And this time, we are not on the Bartlett Center. This is the quarantine season, and I have Betsy Beggs with me today. Hey, Betsy.
Hi, Arham.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Just quarantining. Would you like to start with telling us about how your semester was going and how it has changed by introducing what you do on campus and everything?
Sure. Well, I'm so happy to catch up with you. And
Thank you.
this semester, I was actually off campus. I was
Oh,
doing my management fellows internship in Paris, France. So, part of the program involved a little bit of language development through class coursework. So, I went to classes at the beginning that were taught in French, and then I started the internship afterward at the U.S. Embassy in Paris, and that's what I was doing when I left. So, it
wow.
was a great semester, super interesting. And then all of a sudden, we were starting to read the news about things that were going on in the world, and then all of a sudden things started to escalate in Europe, and then they were sort of slowly escalating a couple weeks behind in the States. And then the second Wednesday of March, I was talking to my parents because they were coming to visit the following week. They were going to come visit on my brother's spring break. And then Thursday afternoon, I had a flight home. Saturday, I was home. And then the following Wednesday, all of France shut down. So it was this crazy turn of events. Like all of a sudden, the world had just stopped, and I was back in my home in Bloomington, Indiana. So it was a kind of a crazy turn of events, but I'm super grateful for the time I had in Paris, and I'm grateful to be home with my family. So, missing my DePauw friends, we're trying to catch up as much as we can, but I'll be excited to hopefully go back to campus in the fall.
Well, that's great. You got out just in time. That's actually lucky. Uh,
Yeah, it was lucky. It was a little bit uncertain there for a couple
mhm.
days about, when and if we were going to be allowed. And actually, the airport that I was supposed to fly into, so I got the flight Thursday afternoon, and I was flying into the Boston Logan Airport.
Okay.
And then later that evening, there was a list sent out that said that Boston Logan wasn't one of the approved airports. So I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to get all the way to the United States, and then I'm going to have to go back to France. So it was just kind of chaos there for a couple days, but I know that it's not that wasn't anything compared to what I'm sure a lot of people had to do, whether they were on campus or off. So grateful that it all worked out and that I'm home safely.
There you go. You're just quarantining now. How does your day look like? What's been going on this past 6, 7 weeks now?
Oh man, our home. So I was telling you earlier, we're lucky in Bloomington that things aren't so bad and that our houses are kind of spaced apart because it's pretty residential. So I've been going out for walks with my family. We take the dog out a couple times a day, and she's loving quarantine, by the way. Our dog is
Good.
totally winning quarantine. But for the first 2 weeks, I was fully quarantined in my room. So I didn't leave my room for food or anything. I was just here just to make sure that I didn't catch anything in France. And then after that, it got a little bit easier, less restricted.
Mhm.
So since then, I had to start making a schedule of every single thing I was going to do. So, like, wake up, wash face, brush teeth, make my bed, get dressed, everything, because I was finding that as I was just going through these days with long stretches of time, I was wasting so much time, and I was just, watching TV or doing whatever and not getting the stuff done that I needed to get done. So it's gotten much better since then. I'm reading a lot more for fun, and still watching probably too much Netflix, but that's okay. Tiger King came out, so I had to
Oh,
watch it.
Tiger King. Oh,
But yeah, so just in enjoying time with family more than
oh,
anything.
great.
I have two younger brothers, one of whom is in college. He's a freshman in college, and then one's a junior in high school. So we don't get
Wow.
to spend that much time together other than the holidays, and so we're really lucky and feeling grateful to have time together while we're home.
That's nice. That's actually pretty great. Well,
Yeah.
the fact that you were quarantined in your room is like pretty. Oh,
Oh man, it was yeah. Uh, it could have been a lot worse. My mom would bring food and stick it outside my door, and then I'd open my
uh,
door and bring it in, and then put my dishes outside when I was
oh
done.
my God.
So it was a little crazy for a couple weeks, but especially at that time, kind of as I reflect on what the last few months have been, everyone's kind of trying to do the best they can with the information that they have at that
Mhm.
time. However, developed that is. And so at the time we thought that that was what was going to be the best way to not spread any potential virus that I could have had coming from France, which at that point was I think level 4 country, or level 3 country. So I think we're all just doing the best we can and trying to stay safe and stay healthy.
True, that's true. What kind of Netflix have you been watching? You mentioned Tiger King, and that's been a pretty famous one with all of the other people I've been talking to as well.
Yes.
But
I think Netflix had a grand plan there. They must have known that this was happening or something.
their stock's going up.
It was perfect timing. So yeah, Tiger King. I watched Mad Men. I've been rewatching The Office.
Oh, everyone's watching The Office again. That's great.
It's a good mindless quarantine show.
I've been watching a lot of classics as well. I put on Cheers the other day, and I'm just like walking on the treadmill as I'm watching Cheers. It's like an old classic setup.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it out. Is it on Netflix?
It is on Netflix. It's just pretty much similar to The Office and Friends, and it's like that style. Like, it's a fun one. Yeah.
Okay, well, that'll be next on my list then.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's a short episode. It's a good one.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Okay,
cheers.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. What are your plans when you're gonna get out of there? Like, any specific things that you're gonna do? Like, I know I'm gonna go and get a burger. Like, I want a burger. Like, from a nice burger place. That's like my one thing that I keep telling it to everyone. It's my
a specific burger or just a burger in general?
At this point, like anything. Because
okay, fair. Yeah, I think so. Bloomington's about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 5 minutes if you're going fast from DePauw. So maybe I would drive up to Marvin's if it's open. Yeah, would be awesome. I don't know.
They're still doing takeout, by the way. You could still.
Are they really?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like an essential enough of a trip. I mean, it's essential, but not really essential. So it would be a little hard to justify it, I think.
That is true. But I was talking to some friends who are still at DePauw, still staying over at DePauw, and they were like, yeah, the only thing that's basically open is like you can do Marvin's or you can do Papa John's or Jimmy John's. They can only delivery and takeout. So I was like, okay.
Not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what's been going on at your end, I guess. I like that.
It is, yeah. I don't really know what I'll be looking forward to most because a lot of the businesses in Bloomington, since it's a college town, a lot of them are still open for takeout. So every Friday we try and order takeout from a local business. So thankfully I've gotten my fix of like good Bloomington pizza. Mother Bear's is my favorite. So we've had that a couple times and it's been kind of nice. So, the thing about this quarantine is that, while it is really painful for a lot of people and I'm feeling really lucky to be where I am and doing what I'm doing, there are things about it that I think I'll reflect on and think, wow, I'm really grateful that we had that time, the time with family, the time to read, the time to slow down and just think about everything for a little bit. It's been kind of a gift for me. And so, I'll be ready to get back and, back and at it soon, but it's been a little bit nice to have a break.
Great. You got any specific plans for the summer?
Yeah. So, I have an internship in New York. And that has been shortened by a couple weeks, so I'm not supposed to go until July. But the housing place where I lived in New York last summer just closed down for the summer. So trying to figure out where I'm going to live and if the internship's even going to be in person and how that'll work. Because I know you were saying it's not so good in New York these days.
No, it's not.
And everything I'm reading looks like it's just crazy.
No. It's shut down. Pretty much everything's shut down. Basically the same essential stuff's open, like you can get takeouts and deliveries and transportation's open if you want to travel, but there's no place to go, so it's not like using any of it. It's not like New York, the same New York, but it's still there. It'll be back hopefully.
Thank goodness. So hopefully I'll make it this summer, and if not, it'll be a virtual internship, which
there you go.
Lucky to have a job.
Not canceled, so at least you still have yours.
Yes, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky.
Well, that was it. Thank you.
Okay.
Great talking.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we need to catch up more because this has been catching up with friends is a highlight of quarantine. So
yes. We've been doing this Zoom hangout thing. We should do it sometime soon.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Perfect.